The study of relationship of living organisms with their environment is ecology. Thalassemia is due to abnormal hemoglobin. There are dash types of reproduction. There are two types of reproduction. A part of plant which is found both in vegetable and fruit is known as bud. Living place of an organism is called habitat. An animal that feed on plants is called primary consumer. Some plants have seed with hooks for fertilization. Egg in carpel is known as ovule. Dash is the productive part in the flowering plants, flower. Plasma contain water along with important food chemical. Heart is also called pumping machine. The evaporation of water from leaves is called transpiration. The largest artery is called aorta. The blood from the heart is transported to all parts of the body by the arteries. Name the largest part of alimentary canal. Small intestine. The secretion of liver is called bile. Protein are converted into amino acids. The organ which does not produce any digestive secretion is kidney. The study of plant is called botany. Chlamydomonas is a small plant. Food possesses chemical energy. Which of the following vitamin helps in clotting of blood? Vitamin K. Which of the following is not a source of vitamin C? Milk. Which of the following vitamins are fat soluble? Vitamins A, D, E and K. Amount of water in mammalian blood is 90%. Proteins are made of amino acids. The unit of energy produced by food in the human body is called calorie. What energy do minerals supply to the body? No energy. The measuring instrument of blood pressure is sphygmomanometer. What is blood? Liquid tissue. What percentage in plasma is 90%? Water percentage in plasma is 90%. What is the fastest land snake in the world? Black mamba. Which animal has the largest ears of any animal in the planet? African elephant. Which animal has the largest brain in the world? Sperm whale. The fish that has 4 hearts, 1 nostril, no jaws and no stomach is hagfish. Pediatrics is relevant to children treatment. When was HIV identified? In 1983. Virus is the word of which language? Latin. Which component of blood helps the blood to clot and stop bleeding? Platelets. The sun's mass is mainly consist of which of the following? Hydrogen. Which of the following is or are included in the healthy living? All of the above. Balanced diet, regular size and adequate sleep. All are included in the healthy living. Silverfish is the name of insect. Scientific name of human is Homo sapiens. Society is a condition in which patient lacks eat. Study of fruit is called pomology. The medium of the food vacuole in the unicellular animals is first acidic. Major contribution in inhalation by intercostal muscles. Presence of cartilaginous rings in respiratory tracts, sect as all of the above. Support, keep passage open and prevent collapsing. The distribution of air into lungs is controlled by bronchioles, which can respond to changes in their environment, both A and B, living organisms and non-living organisms. Hemoglobin consists of 4 polypeptide chains. The lifespan of white blood cells is 5 to 21 days. The total number of cingula in each dentition is 12. The fluid part of blood is known as plasma. A group of elephants, whales or zebras is called herd. So correct answer is all of the above. The average adult has a blood volume of about 5 liters. Each day human body breathes in 15,000 to 20,000 liters of air. Deficiency of vitamin D results in rickets. The lifespan of red blood cells is 120 days. Deficiency of vitamin A results in night blindness. The removal of carbon dioxide, urine and sweat is a process of which of the following? Excretion. The color of blood is red due to hemoglobin. What is the basic structural and functional unit of life? Cell. Sunken stomata are found in which of the following? Xerophytes. Vermiform appendix is a part of alimentary canal. Oxytocin stimulates the contraction of uterus. Xerophthalmia and night blindness are caused due to the deficiency of vitamin A. The number of chambers in amphibians' heart is 3. What is needed as a source of energy for vital activities of the body? Carbohydrates. Hemoglobin is a protein that is found in the red blood cells of the blood. What is essential for the formation of hemoglobin? Iron. What is considered as good sources of iodine? Seafoods. The first crystalline hormone is thyroxine. Which germinal layer develops in digestive system? Endoderm. Smaller the animal, more the rate of respiration. An individual has an additional sex chromosome. Which syndrome does it refer to? Klinefelter's syndrome. Equisetum is the living member of Sphenopsida. Which vitamin is also known as retinol? Vitamin A. What is the chemical name of vitamin E? Alpha tocopherol. An enzyme in gastric juice of many infant mammals that precipitates milk protein, renin. Name the programmed cell death or cell suicide. Apoptosis. In which cell organelle do photo and thermochemical reactions occur in different sites? Chloroplast. Which scientist first explained about circulatory system? William Harvey. Which cells have least regeneration capacity? Cell of brain. Pollen grains in plants are produced in flower. How many pairs of homologous chromosomes are present in Pisum stevium? 7 pairs. Lignin could not be expected in which part of the plant cell wall? Cell membrane. Which statement about thylakoids in eukaryotes is not correct? Thylakoids exist as a maze of folded membranes. The usual position of the two centrioles in relation to each other is at right angle. in both higher plant cell and lower plant cell. Both A and B is the correct answer. For callus formation, auxin and cytokinin are required in which ratio? Balanced. A special protein carrier is plasma membrane is permease. A special protein carrier in plasma membrane is permease. Cell death due to tissue damage is called necrosis. Nucleus was discovered by Robert Brown. Potato plastids which store starch are known as ameloplasts. Polysaccharide cellulose is the building material of primary cell wall. Phagocytosis, pinocytosis, and autophagy are the functions of lysosomes. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum makes lipids. A botanist who proposed the cell theory was Sheldon. All types of plastids are produced from proplastids. The number of chromosomes of tobacco plants is 48. Anthocyanins are various types of colorful pigments present in the vacuoles. The middle lamella of cell wall is composed of pectin. Fatty acid is converted into carbohydrates by glyoxysones. All cell membrane is composed of lipoproteins. The size of ribosomes in prokaryotic cell is 70. A true column of chromosomes number in garden, pea, onion and tobacco is 14, 16 and 48. Breaking down of hydrogen peroxide into oxygen and water is carried by peroxisomes. Proper arrangement of layers in plant cell wall from inside to outside is secondary wall, primary wall, middle lamella. The attachment of two subunits of ribosomes along mRNA is controlled by magnesium ions. A cell fails to detoxify the waste substances produced in it because it does not possess enough lysosomes. Which of the following is found in plant cell only? Glyoxysomes. In the following pair, one organelle is involved in the formatting of other except ER peroxisomes. The rough endoplasmic reticulum is involved in the synthesis of protein. Its membrane at the site where sunlight energy is trapped and where all is formed refers to chloroplast. The growth and reproduction of eukaryotic cell is dependent upon its nucleus. The graveyard of red blood cells is known as spleen. The deficiency of vitamin K causes blood clotting disorder. Which of the following animal who has no brain? Jellyfish. Which of the following provides growth in living organism? Protein. Lack of iodine causes what disease mostly? Goiter. Malaria is caused by mosquito. An example of an abiotic component, soil. How many kinds of bones are present in a human body? 4. Dash is the outermost layer of skin, epidermis. The addictive drug in tobacco is nicotine. Vitamin A can be found in the green vegetables. The vitamin which is generally excreted by humans in urine is vitamin C. Which vitamin can be synthesized by liver? Vitamin K. Where ozone layer lies from the Earth's surface 30 to 40 km. The most sensitive layer of the eye is retina. Which of the following common mineral salt present in sweet is sodium chloride? The study of fruits is called pomology. The main function of the kidney is to remove waste product from the body. Which of the following helps in clotting of blood? Vitamin K. Chromosomes are made up of DNA, RNA and proteins. All of these. What is the largest organ in the human body? Skin. How many bones the human skeletal system is composed of? Adult age 206. What is the amount of blood contains in the human body? 5 to 6 liters. The group of fish is called a school. An adult and normal human being has blood volume of 5 to 6 liters. Which of the following helps in clotting of blood? Vitamin K. Biology has been derived from the Greek word which means the study of life. Smallpox vaccine was invented by Edward Jenner, an English physician and scientist. Who among the following scientists invented the polio vaccine? Jonas Salk, an American, came into use in 1955. Who discovered penicillin? Alexander Fleming, a Scottish researcher in 1928, London. Cell was discovered in which year? None of the above. Cell was discovered in 1665. The heat is metal rod flows by the process of conduction. The normal temperature of human body is 98.6 Fahrenheit. The building block of the universe is galaxy. The largest unit of electricity is kilowatt. 2 kilowatt-hour is the energy, 3600,000. An example of longitudinal wave is slinky spring. As compared to air, sound travels faster in liquid. A human ear can hear a sound only if its frequency lies between 20 to 2000. Which of the following is related to the pitch of sound waves? Frequency. Sound waves are longitudinal. Light travels faster than sound. 1 calorie is equal 463 joules. The formula of pressure P is equal to F by A. Dash is a device which is used for measurement of atomic pressure, barometer. SI unit of pressure, Pascal. A black hole has a very strong electromagnetic field. The needle in the compass is always directed towards north. The branch of philosophy that focuses on the nature of reality is metaphysics. The operating principle of a hydraulic press is Pascal's principle. Max Planck received the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1918 for the discovery of energy quanta. According to the Maxwellian speed distribution, as the temperature increases, the most probable speed increases. What is the unit of which of the following? Power. First artificial satellite was launched on 4 October 1957. Which of the following planets has maximum number of satellites? Saturn. A mass accelerates uniformly when resulting force acting on it is constant but not zero. Which of the following properties of light does not change with the nature of the medium? Frequency. A moving body needs to have potential energy. Which metal is vital for aerospace industry? Aluminium. Which component of blood helps the blood to clot and stop bleeding? Platelets. The sun's mass is mainly consists of which of the following? Hydrogen. Weather describes the condition of the atmosphere at any time. What is astrometry? The branch of astronomy that involves precise measurements of positions and movements of stars and other celestial bodies. A seasonal reverse wind is known as monsoon. What is momentum? P is equal to mv and product of mass and velocity, both A and B are the correct answers. What is the unit of impulse? NS. How many milliliters are there in a liter? 1000 milliliters. 72 inches in feet becomes what? 6 feet. The most commonly used semiconductor is silicon. The amount of moisture in the atmosphere is recorded with hygrometer. Which instrument is used for viewing the sun? Helioscope. The electric meters installed in our homes measure the electricity in kilowatt hour. In general, comets have highly elliptical orbits. Which planet is called Great Red Spot? Jupiter. Speed of object in one direction is called velocity. The nearest planet to the Earth is Venus. 1 nanometer is equal to 10 to 9 meter. Instrument used for measuring very high temperature is pyrometer. Sound waves are longitudinal waves. When white light is passed through a prism, it splits into 7 colors. Which from the following is not a conductor? All are conductors. A camera uses a convex lens to form an image. The most densest substance on earth is osmium. Which from the following is true for sound? Sound cannot travel through a vacuum. The sun is a star. A device which converts chemical energy into electrical energy is called battery. Radioactivity was discovered by Becquerel. The density of water is 1 gram per centimeter cube. For a fixed mass of gas at constant temperature, if we decrease volume, the pressure will increase. A long-sightedness can be corrected by using the convex lens. Very high frequency has shorter wavelength. The SI unit of charge is coulomb. Salt is neutral in nature. How much percent of tin and lead make a fuse wire? 63% tin and 37% lead. What is the dimension of lambda wavelength? m0, L1, T0. Ships use echo to find the depth of the water beneath them. If the kinetic energy of the body is increased by 300%, how much will its momentum increase? 100%. Pressure at depth in fluid increases. Which of the following is a vector? Momentum. 0.2 millimeter in units of meters is both A and B are correct answers. Area is a dash quantity. Area is a scalar quantity because it has no direction. The internal resistance of a liquid to flow is known as viscosity. SI unit, full form, International System of Units. Fuse wire is made up of 63% tin and 37% lead. The gas used in refrigerator in order to cool the water is ammonia. The dimension of surface tension is mt-2. Tesla is the unit of what physical quantity? Magnetic flux density. What is the magnitude of a unit vector? 1. Friction can be reduced by changing from which of the following? Sliding to rolling. Which of the following has the greatest elasticity? Steel. How many meters in 1 mile? 1609.34 meters. How many known moons Jupiter has? 79 moons. Group of stars is called constellation. The SI base unit of mass is kilogram. Which lens is used by a camera to form an image? Convex lens. Which one of the following is the largest galaxy in the universe? Spiral galaxy. Sound energy is converted into electrical signals by a microphone. 1 BTU British thermal unit is equal to how many joules? 1055 joules. Who invented the battery? Alessandro Volta. Which energy is changed by a loudspeaker into sound energy? Electrical. According to NASA, on which planet purple rocks are found? Mars. Which of the following is more reactive? Alkene. How many valence electrons are in chloride atom? Chlorine has 7 valence electrons. Mercury is liquid at room temperature. Halley's Comet becomes visible after every 76 years. The fastest rotating planet is Jupiter. Dash planets orbit around the Sun in a clockwise direction. Venus. Second layer of Earth's atmosphere is stratosphere. Intrinsic semiconductor is also called as pure conductor. In physics, Sir Max Planck got Nobel Prize in 1918 for his work on energy quanta. A clock that moves with the velocities comparable with the velocity of the light runs with zero velocity. Radar captures which rays? Radio rays. What is the SI unit of refractive index? No unit. Who discovered proton in the nucleus of an atom? Goldstein. The famous equation E is equal to mc square is given by which scientist? Einstein. Area is a derived quantity. What is the unit of force? Newton. The particle that carries a negative electrical charge, electron. In outer atmosphere, nitrogen consists of 78%. Polythene is a polymer. The center or core of an atom is called nucleus. Total number of protons in atom of each element is called its atomic number. Size of single atom is 0.001. Food possesses chemical energy. What are columns in periodic table called? Group. What are rows in periodic table called? Period. How many rows and columns are there in the modern periodic table? 18 columns and 7 rows. Watt is the unit of which of the following? Power. Marie Curie won Nobel Prize in Chemistry in which year? 1907. The electrode through which the electron enters the electrolytic solution is cathode. The sun's mass is mainly consists of which of the following? Hydrogen. Christian Friedrich Scobin discovery is ozone. Weather describes the condition of the atmosphere at any time. What is the chemical formula of ozone? O3. A seasonally reverse wind is known as monsoon. Which scientist discovered the radioactive element radium? Marie Curie. Nail polish remover contains acetone. The soul of chemistry is dealing with composition and properties of matter. Which of the following is the most toxic gas? Carbon monoxide. Radon is radioactive gas. During winter in cold countries, the salt is mixed to melt the ice on the icy roads. In a very low temperature, which from the following will freeze at last? Seawater. X-rays were discovered by Roentgen. The most densest substance on earth is osmium. Chemical name of vinegar is dilute acetic acid. Salt is neutral in nature. Which metal has the highest density? Platinum. What is the second most abundant element in the Earth's crust? Silicon. What is the molecular mass of H2O? 18 gram per mole. What is the molecular mass of NaOH? 39.996 gram per mole. What is the system international unit of pressure? Newton meter square. Tendency of a metal to lose electron is called electropositivity. The halogen present in the solid form is iodine. Among the alkali metals, the metal with the highest ionization potential is lithium. Alkali metals are reducing agents. Halogens react with metals to form halides. The oxide of calcium is basic. The word alkali means ashes. Bromine is a non-metal in liquid state. Which one of the following is not an alkali metal? Radium. In bronze and alloy, what is it made up of? An alloy of copper and tin. Which of the following has greatest elasticity? Steel. The horizontal rows of the periodic table are called periods. Which of the following is more reactive? Alkene. Intrinsic semiconductor is also called as pure conductor. Phosphorus contains which of the following? Organisms, soil and water, air, all of the above. Where ozone layer lies from the Earth's surface 30 to 40 km. Which symbol is used for the element of antimony? Sb. Which symbol is used for the element of tin? Sn. There are 92 natural elements. A chronometer is used for measuring longitude. What is the pH scale of pure water? 7. The sun's mass is mainly consist of which of the following? Hydrogen. What is the total area of Earth? 510.94 million kilometers square. Total area of the Earth is 509,600,000 square kilometer. The Great Himalaya lie south of the river Indus. Which atmosphere is used for commercial aircrafts? Troposphere. The internal part of the Earth is known as core. Sphinx is located in Egypt. How many time zones are there in France? 12. P waves is a term associated with earthquakes. Which country has the most number of active volcanoes in the world? Indonesia. The largest cold desert of the world is in Antarctica. Days and nights are equal throughout the year at equator. Which desert of the world is known as friendly desert? Third desert. Which country has the most natural lakes? Canada. Earthquakes occur most frequently at plate boundaries. Which country suffered from tropical storm Humberto on 14 September 2019 that was already hammered by Hurricane Dorian 2 weeks ago? Bahamas. The lowest part of the Earth is Dead Sea. The highest part of the Earth is Mount Everest. Earth has equatorial circumference of 24,902 miles. The average height of Himalaya rises to an average of 6,000 meters. 1% water is used in the world for drinking purposes. Skin cancer known as melanoma associated with ozone depletion. When the researcher assumes a role in the research group and maintains a low profile as observer is known as participant observation. The gas used for fire extinguisher is known as carbon dioxide. Forest cutting is known as deforestation.